On to race number 7, second last on the programme. Here is a 1200 metre Class 3 headed by Lobos Legend. Now with Paul O'Sullivan. Neil Callan ride from barrier number 2. Has placed twice on his 2 previous efforts. Course and distance gets barrier 2. Super Dobbin with the blinkers on for the first time, but a wide gates. Green Rain gets the blinkers back on as they switch the visors out. Third behind Le Terroir last time out. Highrise Soldier, runner-up, only beaten half a length to Grateful Hearts. Sabaquin makes his Hong Kong debut, a 2-time winner out of Australia. Got Telecom Smart, another Hong Kong debutant, another winner out of Australia there. And Winning Feeling comes up in class. Last start course and distance winner Caris Teeton rides for David Ferraris from barrier number 9. Hafid Talain and Sabaquin, Tom, are the 2 horses that have been up the trump.
Yeah, the pace in this race might only be moderate with Super Dobbin. If he can find the front from gate number 12, he could try and stack them here. He tried really strongly, I thought, with the blinkers on. He wears them for the first time. Harmony and Holmes get a nice run out of gate number 1 for Alexi Bedell. Winning Feeling, he's put on another 10 pounds. He's about the biggest horse here. 1,343 pounds now for Winning Feeling after his last start to win. Highrise Soldier, Magic Legend there on the fence. He's been ridden by Derek Long. Hafid Talain just might struggle to get in from his stall of gate number 11 for Vincent Hogue.
This horse is going really well with his blinkers on, as Tom said. So if he can get to the cross, to the front and lead, he comes out of some pretty strong form races at Sharton. Comes back to Happy Valley, he looks good, and he's very fit horse at the moment, is Super Dobbin. Sabaquin, he's on the debut, he's a 1075-pound horse. He's had 4 trials by Savabeel. He stretches out nicely in this trial. He's the one in front there and stretches out really nicely in the blue saddlecloth. And the other one we're going to have a look at is another of the first starters, which is Telecom Smart, just working with Ugly Warriors, a lot higher rated than him. He's 1066 pounds, but he's only had the 1 trial. So he looks like he might improve after this race.
OK, that's Telecom Smart towards the bottom of the handicap. Let's start off with the top weight, though. Lobos Legend and his trainer, Paul O'Sullivan.
Paul, Lobos Legend, what did you think of his run down the straight first up for you?
Yeah, I thought it was a good run. He probably found he needed another 50 yards. He ran out of runway a little bit, but I thought it was a good run, and he's trained on from there.
Why have you decided to take him to Happy Valley for this race?
Well, if you look through his form, there's only place in here in Hong Kong is at Happy Valley, Class 3, 1200 metres. He jumped from 10, got beat a short head. So, you know, traditionally there's a lot of speed on in those races, and if they run it like that, he'll be closing pretty quickly late.
And he's got a good draw, so do you feel he'll get every chance in the run?
Yeah, well, he's just not going to get quite as far back as what he would have if he'd drawn wide. You know, if he could hold a 3 back the fence spot and it's run well and he gets the breaks, he should be very competitive. He's
now had a run for your stable. Have you got a bit more of an idea of what the horse is like?
Well, we're just going to keep him to 1200 metres until he tells us otherwise, but yeah, pretty clean-winded sort of horse and gentleman to have around the stable.
All right, good report then for Lobos Legend. Neil's ridden him a couple of times as well. Placed on him a couple of times in the past as well. So he knows the horse. We'll keep moving though. Green Rain and Harmony and Home, the next ones we have a look at here. Tom, what sort of chances can you make for them?
Green Rain's got the blinkers going back on, the visor off. He's yet to win, but he has been fairly consistent. He had no early speed at all last time out, but he fought on well enough down on the inside there. And Harmony and Homer didn't quite get him in the numbers, but he does interest me again from gate number 1. Alexi Bedell on board, 3 back the fence. Just thought he battled fairly, but when he did win, he looked quite good, I thought.
Yeah, Green Rain's an honest horse without winning, isn't he? So he's one I've got in the placings. All
right, Highrise Soldier, Paul, I think he'd be one of the main players here. This is him running second to Grateful Heart last time out, and the filly, Lucky Mary Knoll as well. What of her?
Yeah, couldn't have her, but Highrise Soldier, look, he's been running really well recently. He's just got awkward in 10. I would have had him on top otherwise. He's running some good races. I reckon he's pretty close to a win.
Yeah, I think he's close to a win as well, and I'm just going to try and overlook gate number 10 with him, and I did go with him on top in the end. I thought he ran well. He kept making ground behind Grateful Heart, who in the end was too good, but he has been fairly consistent in most of his runs, has that horse out of the front, Sloy stable.
All right, Winning Feeling, last start's winner. That was Class 4, though, as he comes back into Class 3 company, Tom, which he's found a little bit rich in the past.
I said he's put on more weight. He's a big horse, another 10 pounds, 1,343 after this victory over Courageous Dragon last time out. Up in grade, down in weight. I didn't quite get him in either. Caris Teeton rides for David Ferraris, but he was more than convincing there, Paul. But he's been a little bit win or bust, this horse.
Yeah, land of the giants, isn't he? He's a big boy, but no, I prefer him down a grade.
OK, back at on the all-weather here for Super Dobbin. at the trials. With the blinkers on for the first time on race day or race night, Paul, coming up Wednesday.
I'm going to make him an each-way play here because he's come up a decent price. I think the form races he's come off behind Good Luck Friend and Skyfield have been really strong and happy and healthy as well. He's going to find this a bit easier. He's drawn wide, and that's why we're getting a price. But with the blinkers on, I think he can go to the front, and if he does get across, Flying Sword is the only other one I could see leading, then I think he can win or place at a big price.
I thought that trial was really good from him. He tanked along there, wasn't really put under too much pressure, so I think he's an interesting runner in the race for sure.
All right, Sour Queen Tom, been up at Chung Fu. He's had 4 trials to get ready.
Yeah, he has. Was with Lindsay Smith in Australia. He'd been all over Australia. He'd raced at Sandown, Warrnambool, and had a couple of runs at Bunbury as well. Had Savaquita, son of Savabeal. Normally settles off the speed, hasn't had a trial at Happy Valley, and he got to the line okay here, Paul, again, without too much pressure behind, all in mind.
Yeah, look, he raced up to 2,000 metres, and this is only 1,200, so I like to see him over Thurber.
All right, he's a fair bit shorter than the other debutant, which is Telecom Smarts, and he had 1 trial coming into this for Me Choi. Lobos Legend, the favourite, Paul.
Yeah, he's still a 20-start maiden, Lobos Legend, so I'll go my value play in this, which is Super Dobbin, the 2. He's 16s and 5.5 currently. To beat Highrise Soldier, expect to be right in the market, if not start favourite, Highrise Soldier. He probably deserves to be. He's been running really well. He's just got this sort of tricky draw. Green Rain for 3rds consistent. I don't want to give up on Magic Legend either. I did make him the long shot last time. He was disappointing, but he's a really well-rated horse, and his work's been good again this week, so I didn't want to completely drop off him. 2, 7, 6 and 3.
Similar sort of numbers, but the only difference there is throwing in Lobos Legend on a minor line. I was happy with the Highrise Soldier. Just 10 might be the only thing that makes it a little difficult for him this time round, but he ran well behind Grateful Heart, close up behind Skyfield, the runner, Amazing Chocolate. Super Dobbin, like the trial from him, Green Rain, and Lobos Legend, the 20-start maiden. In on a minor line, I wouldn't be too keen on taking 3.6 though, so 7, 2, 6 and 1.
All right, we've got the 2, 7 and 6 in the numbers as well. I'm with Highrise Soldier. I think he can slot in from barrier number 10. All right, one more race to go. Race number 8 plus all the best bets. That comes up next.